Meanwhile, an historic night in the U.S., this year's midterm elections featuring the most diverse group of candidates ever. An historic number of women candidates across the board. A total of 16 gubernatorial candidates, 23 Senate candidates, and a monumental 237 candidates in the House of Representatives were all women. Joining me right now, Rochelle Ritchie, political analyst and former press secretary for House Democrats, Jonathan Madison, Republican strategist, and Bryan Lanza, former communications director, Trump presidential campaign, and Republican strategist. Good to have you all with me this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. And Rochelle, I want to start with you. A big night for women. What does it mean for the ladies and women in leadership?
Well, you know, this is very exciting. Not only was this a big night for women, but it was a big night for Muslim women, Native American women, African American women. You had the first two Muslim women elected to Congress. You had Ayanna Pressley in Massachusetts win. You had in Connecticut, Johanna Hayes. So this has been a very, very exciting time for women. And we sort of expected this, right? Because we knew that there were a historic number of women that were running for office. And by the time that the election came around, you had 210 women that were still nominees. So to see this is not surprising, but it's very exciting. And I think it really shows the direction of our country, and it reflects our country as well. So it not only represents the diversity within the Democratic Party, but also the diversity in our country. And I want to make sure that we also recognize that on the Republican side, you also had women like Marsha Blackburn, who also made history as well.
That's terrific. I think it's great. Congratulations to all the women.
Yeah.
Bryan Lanza, you know, it has been said many times and reported that this administration has a problem with women. A lot of people saying that suburban women did not come out for Republicans last night. Can this administration and the Republicans fix it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would point to California, Young Kim. That's a Republican woman, first Korean American that won, and that was a suburban district, and that was an open competitive seat. You know, I think the message works. I think if you look at the results last night, I think it puts the president in a very strong position for re-election. A lot of these purple states got a little bit redder: Iowa, Florida, Ohio. So I think we're on a good track. I think they just maybe need to tone down a little bit of the harsh rhetoric and focus on economic security. I mean, ultimately, those are the issues. Those pocketbook issues are what the women that the head of the households care about the most.
Jonathan Madison, what do you think? Do you think that there are issues that are more important to women than men that the Republicans need to zero in on?
You know, I think that there are obviously issues that are just as important to men as there are to women, just like the economy, for example. And I think that the president and that the administration has done a pretty good job at emphasizing that the economy and good jobs are important for you, whether you're male, whether you're female, whether you're white, black, whatever creeds you embrace. To the extent that there's opportunities available. So I think they're in a good position and a strong position to continue to emphasize that message.
So the election also saw 216 candidates of color, 62 Asian American candidates, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, both projected to become the first Muslim American congresswomen. Then there's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, officially the youngest woman ever selected and elected, rather, to Congress at 29 years old. Do you see, I want to ask you, Jonathan, how historic is this for the United States? First, Jonathan, let me ask you that, and then I want to ask you if you think that women will govern differently. Jonathan, what do you think? Historic?
Very historic. I mean, it's the most diverse election you know, in the history of our country, and that's a good thing. It shows that people are getting out there, people are taking a leap of faith, and people are getting involved. I mean, that's the point of a democracy, right? And so I think that's a good thing, and it's very historic. Can you repeat the second question,
Yeah,
Maria?
that's actually for Rochelle, but Rochelle, do you think women govern differently than men?
You know, I think that the women that we're seeing are going to govern based off of, you know, their beliefs and their policies. I don't want to make it seem as though women, you know, govern better or govern worse than men.
I'm glad you said that because, you know, my 25 years on Wall Street and covering business, everybody would say to me, oh, we want you to speak at a women and their money conference. And I would always say, look, thank you, but the fact is that's just marketing.
Right.
You know, we all want to make money, and we all want to have, you know, wise and good investment decisions over the long term.
But I will say that I think that women and African Americans and Muslims and what we're seeing were sort of motivated by the rhetoric that they were seeing from the Oval Office to come out and run during this midterm cycle. So I think that was also a motivating factor to get them out.
That's a good point that you make, Rochelle. So Bryan, does the president change his tone in any way? Do Republicans change their tone in any way to try to solicit support from women?
You know, I think what they do is they lean in on the issues that they've been successful with within the women community. You know, like I said, economic security. I think the White House and Republicans have to find an answer for Obamacare. I think that continues to be a lingering issue. I mean, the women are going to play, the new women, the new Republican women in the House and the Democratic women in the House are going to play a role in that. But I think if you look at the message that the president has moved forward, you know, the success that it had, you know, at the statewide level throughout the U.S., it shows that he's hit a sweet spot. There's maybe a little bit of fine-tuning they need to do, maybe, you know, a stronger appeal to independent women, bring back Ivanka's dependent care plan as a conversation of more outreach into those communities. But I think, you know, the president's on the right track. I would just fine-tune a little things, a little bit.
You made a couple of things very quickly. Rochelle, what's most important to women right now?
I think health care, obviously.
Well, Jonathan?
I believe the same thing. It comes down to health care, but you know, I also think that it comes down to jobs. I mean, and a thriving economy, being able to support yourself and your families. There's a lot of working women out there that are working 2 and 3 jobs still to make needs work, and so I think it comes down to the economy at the end of the day.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we all want jobs for our family and want to feel secure.
Exactly,
Economic
and we want
security.
great health coverage.
Thank you so much. Great panel, guys. We appreciate it. Rochelle Ritchie, Jonathan Madison, and Bryan Lanza joining me there.